Hello and welcome to the Scout the Defender YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you a walk around some of the upgrades and modifications that I've made to Scout over the last 6 months. Now, Scout didn't originally look like this when I first bought it. There's been loads of upgrades over the last 6 months of ownership. One of the first modifications I actually did was upgrade the grille. As standard, the Defenders come with the plastic vented grille, and I wanted a more heritage look, so I opted for the Zunsport metal grille. A must for me was to remove the holes that the original grille would have fitted into, so we filled those and resprayed those body colour. With the Zunsport grille, I also upgraded the wing top vents and also the side vents, again tying into that heritage look and tying in with the rest of the car. The next upgrade was the DRL front bumper, again another upgrade that I wanted to do to modernise the front of the car, and alongside that you'll notice that I've upgraded all of the lights around the car to be LEDs. As many people know, the original lights that the Defender comes with aren't very good at all. The headlights I opted for are from ORE and they're a massive improvement. Not only do they look great, they also perform really well at night. Another common complaint among Defender owners is that the standard wipers are really poor. These upgraded Bosch Aero Twins are much more effective in clearing water. I wanted to achieve a stealth look to the Defender, so something I did really early on was to tint the rear windows. I went for an 80% tint, so I didn't want to go full limo black, but enough that it offered the level of security that I was after and also generally tied in with the rest of the look of the car. Another big upgrade that really transformed the look of the car was the wheels. So originally the car came with the 16-inch boost alloys as standard. I opted for some black sawtooth wheels. Now they're still wrapped in the original cross-continental tyres, but I plan to upgrade those from more of an all-terrain tyre, so probably like a BF Goodrich, that will hopefully fill the arch a bit more and give the car a bit more of a greater stance. Now another well-known problem with all Defenders is that this rear piece of trim can rust out really quickly. So I upgraded that to just be a stainless steel trim. It tidies up the whole Defender. Along with the new rear boot trim, I've also added black dorsal plates. These fit into the existing floor pan holes and are a quick and simple upgrade to tidy up the interior and protect the paintwork. You'll also notice at the back I've re-treated the rear crossmember, so again that was starting to show signs of rust and wear, so stripped that right back to the bare metal and it's been resprayed. Along with that, I've also undersealed the whole of the Defender to give it that extra longevity and to ensure that everything's as protected as it can be from rust and all of the elements. Another common problem with Defenders is that the weight of the rear wheel can start to actually crack and warp the back door. I fitted the ORE rear wheel carrier to the car to prevent this from happening. The build quality is great and it's a really simple install to ensure you've got peace of mind that the weight of the wheel is not doing any damage to the rest of the car. Now mechanically I've not actually done too much. The only thing I've done is a stage 1 engine remap, which generally makes the car much more drivable and usable around town. I plan to do a further video on that, showing you all the pros and cons of doing it. Along with the exterior modifications, some of the greatest upgrades I've made are actually to the interior of the Defender. The first of those was the Exmoor trim high cubby box. This was a really easy install, so that lifts the original cubby box height up several inches and makes driving a lot more comfortable. It's also got an extra layer of foam, so it's really comfortable to rest your arm on. Equally, it really improves the amount of storage that you can actually fit inside the Defender. it's a great place to throw all your odd bits and bobs in. Another great improvement was installing an aftermarket steering wheel. I opted for the Mota-Lita 15-inch dished Mark IV wheel. This is trimmed in Alcantara. I opted for a slightly smaller steering wheel compared to the Defender's original bus-like steering wheel. Again, just to improve the comfortability of driving. With this wheel, I fitted it with the optimal removable steering wheel Boss. Now again, that's just another thing that really improves the security of the car and generally puts your mind at ease when you're parking up that you can take the steering wheel out and no one's going to run off with your truck. Removing the steering wheel is actually really easy. You just pull out the 2 pins on the side and then lift the wheel off, and you can then fit the optimal cover over the top to stop people driving off with your car. I've also done several other smaller interior upgrades. The first of those being the glove box above the centre console. So that's a really quick upgrade, just 2 screws and you've got yourself kind of a lift flap where you can store any other additional items. Another nice little touch, I found these 3D printed rings on eBay. Again, they bring back the Puma style Defender back to a more heritage look. So you've got the yellow ring around the gear stick and the red ring around the high and low ratio gear stick. Now finally, an ongoing project is to soundproof the interior of the Defender. I'm using a 3mm skins closed cell foam throughout, and that acts as the sound deadener. Over the top of that, I've then applied a 6mm foam to reduce the amount of noise in the cabin. In some of the more problem areas, I've actually used 2 layers of the skins with the foam over the top. So that was just a quick look around some of the modifications that I've made to Scout over the last 6 months. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for many more videos like this.